Hey, welcome. It's Domain Dave, cheapwinefinder.com. Another podcast wine review. We write up 3 value price wines every week and post them on the cheapwinefinder.com website. I'm doing it for a long time. And lately, more than lately, the last few years, we've been adding a podcast to every one of those reviews. And, that's where we're at right now. And today I've got a kind of an expensive wine for Aldi. It's $14.99. It's the Aldi specially selected Cremant d'Alsace Brut. So what is all that? Cremant is a French sparkling wine, bubbly, that is made in the champagne style, the traditional style. That's where they, just to be quick, they ferment the wine once, age it, and then they bottle the wine, add a little bit of sugar and yeast to every bottle, cover the bottle up, and then it starts fermenting all over again in the bottle, and the bubbles have nowhere to go because it's the yeast and the fermentation process releases CO2, and after a time those bubbles give up trying to get out and kind of become one with the wine. In Prosecco, it's a different process. They put the wine in for the second fermentation into large pressurized vats, crank the pressure up, and it's literally few weeks to a few months, and the bubbles come in the wine. But this is traditional method, and Cremant is almost the same as champagne. Here, the triage or second fermentation has to last 9 months. In champagne, the minimum is 18 months. So there's some differences, but mainly these are the exact same thing as Cremant. So that's what that means. Every time you see it, that just means it's a bubbly from France that isn't from Champagne. Alsace. What is Alsace? Alsace is north and west of Champagne. It is on the German border, and they've been fighting over this for years, and it's been in France since World War I. The people there are as likely to speak German as they are French, and the winemaking goes both ways too. This wine probably has Pinot Blanc as the main grape. Pinot Blanc is a mutation of Pinot Noir. It used to happen spontaneously, but they figured out how to grow it now, and it just happens. And with maybe Riesling and possibly Chardonnay and Pinot Gris. Pinot Gris and Pinot Grigio are the same grape. Pinot Gris is just, Gris is French for gray. Grigio is Italian for gray. So there you go with this white wine. Aldi, $14.99. I found out, and I don't know if it means anything to anybody, but the label had a AM on it, and I checked the address, and Arthur Metz is the producer from the Alsace, who is a big player in the Cremant production. They own a lot of vineyards, and he has the facilities to make the Cremant from beginning, from the vines to the bottling the wine. So this is from a large player. I've got all those links on the cheapwinefinder.com website. So there we go. So we got Alsace, which is an interesting place. It's kind of German, kind of French. This is a Cremant, which is usually some of the best bargains in France because everybody spends big bucks on champagne, and that means that Cremant just can't get those numbers or those prices. So people still are trying to match champagne, but at a lower price, and that's a pretty good thing. I'm going to take a taste here. The bubbles are tiny. One of the things you can tell the difference of the quality of a champagne through the bubbles, and it's like how tiny is tiny. These are tiny. This is delicious. Literally delicious. It is more champagne style. It is very subtle. It's very long. It's very, very delicate. It's not yeasty. Sometimes champagnes can get a little bit yeasty, maybe because it's only 9 months in the bottle with that dead yeast. Because you get that brioche thing going on, and I don't get a lot of that here. So that might be a good or bad thing for you if you like that brioche thing. I do like it, but I like it without it too. It's delicate. It's got Anjou pear. It's got green apple. It's got nectarine. It's got that salty, spicy anise thing. It's got peach. It's got lemon curd. A little bit softer, a little bit rounder. Took another sip. It's just long and lean. It's got really good length. It's got great acidity. The acidity just allows this wine to unfold and stays on your tongue, and it's this is a good wine. This is New Year's Eve wedding party toast quality wine for $14.99. Typically every year, one of my favorite wines is the champagne that Aldi releases in November, December. They usually have a real champagne for $19.99, and some years are better than others. But I've had years where it was maybe my favorite wine of the whole year. And this specially selected Cremant d'Alsace Brut means it's dry, not sweet, is up there with the wines that I really, really like. It's a delicious wine at $14.99. I was thinking $14.99 is kind of high for an Aldi wine. And now I'm thinking that it's a bargain for an Aldi wine. So there you go. It's Domain Dave, cheapwinefighter.com. This is the Aldi special selected Cremant d'Alsace Brut. Keep it cheap. Adios, and I'll be talking to you. Bye-bye.